Welcome to the show. I hope you have an awesome day. This is our 2-minute intro to remind you that you should go find it if you're not already there. So I'm going to our Facebook now, and I am actually going to share it to the people because, you know, that's what you do when you're doing a live stream, I guess. I don't know. And then my son is now telling me about a soda he's drinking. So, and getting his diaper changed.
Oh, boy.
He's mad. I don't know what just happened. Something happened bad. Not bad, but not good. Let's see. Well, all right, Trey, give me a beat as I'm doing this here.
Let me get it.
Hey guys, only if I get it gone. I'm looking back at my life and then I'm writing songs. Overcome like the bass drums. Now my B, you want me to see everything that I see? Only breaking down, I gotta say they do. Now you know what I'm gonna say, and that's to you and your crew and your family, and that's true. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm something, dude. Then I am not, only if I can't rap. You want me down and I gotta feel that. You know that I cast the show, but I'm looking for my people. Then I'm thinking, I don't know what my pain do if my pain true. Now I gotta be that guy running for the life old try. Now you want me to be what I say. Now I wanna get it gone. Now I can't run away. Feel the pain stuck in your brain. Maintain games, lyrically insane. Only if I did it. You know what I do. Now I know where I come down, and that's cool. Not gonna go. Now I gotta break for the show. Light for the time. Gotta see what I know. Now I gotta say that I go.
I just messed that up, but it's fine. It's all good.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, Flows4u. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say Flows4u. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say Flows4u. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say Flows4u.
Hello, guys.
Gang.
Hi, everybody. Hello,
What's up?
friends.
Hello.
What's up, Paraic? How's it going, man?
Things are awesome. I got tons of story to tell you, but I'm just realizing now how much I missed being on the show. And it was really cool seeing my own profile in that intro. That was cool.
Yeah.
Your own picture.
We appreciate you being here, man. It's been a while.
What do you think of this soul patch? Yeah.
It looks good, man. It looks good.
Is that a soul patch?
Well, it's like an unshaved. It was a soul patch at one point.
I thought a soul patch was just under your chin or your lower lip. Sorry.
Yeah, I do everything to extremes, so maybe. What would you call this?
Like a soul plane.
There you go. A soul yard.
Yeah, there you go.
Right on.
That's hilarious.
I was supposed to do this, but I spent 20 minutes rehearsing a rap song with the Lord of the Watch over there.
Yeah.
So I have not prepped. You're probably unpracticed, but right now we're going to do highlights of the day. What you're going to do is you're going to make something sound really cool that happened to you. Now, I know a lot of cool stuff happened to you last week, so you're going to be fine with this. But if not, you can use something that happened to you last year, and it will be great. Trey, do you have something, or do you want me to go?
Go ahead.
I'm trying to reference the one I told you I was gonna. Do you remember that thing I told you?
Yes.
What was? Just give me a keyword from it so I remember.
I thought I did. Oh no.
Oh no.
You had a story.
I had a story.
It was a crazy story.
Yes, it was.
It was about a show, about your son, about your family. About. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. Do you have anything? Or you need me to come up with something?
Nope.
Okay. Well, then hurry up and come up with something as I say this. Man, that was a really good one, and then now I don't remember.
Let's have Paraic go first. It's okay.
Right,
Yeah.
What's your?
Jason, think about it.
So, I am a game designer, and I haven't even published this game, and it already is winning awards.
Stop.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, I can't wait to hear that. Jason, have you thought of yours yet?
Speak slower.
Dude, my life isn't that crazy right now. I don't know, Jason.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yours was like you were telling me
really
about something.
It was.
How can you not remember this? Dang it!
I don't remember. It happened. It was great.
We're old, guys. We're old.
My
I
son
guess.
had a meltdown. No, that wasn't it.
I'm gonna try to do mine. I got to train a good friend of mine.
Nice.
It's not crazy.
Nice. All right, guys. I'm really trying.
Bro, you told me over the phone, and I'm like,
very funny.
Has to do with magic?
Yes, that is it. Was it? Oh,
you
that's a good
played in a
story.
tournament? You played in a?
Oh no. Okay, I watched my son destroy a $40 magic card.
No, Jason. Okay, I want to hear Paraic, but by the time it gets around to you, this better be a joke. Because I know that I've taught you better to take care of your cards, and the reason is because I got you a binder to
Yes.
protect said cards.
Yes.
Okay,
Nope.
Paraic, go ahead.
You're not allowed to have a breakdown right now. Just calm down. It's fine.
All right. So, for those of you that don't know me, I am a game store owner for Nightwatch Games, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
But we just went to a convention called Gen Con. and it's
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, the largest gaming convention in the States. Recently, I think a couple of years ago, it moved from Geneva, Wisconsin, over to Indianapolis, but they kept the name Gen Con. And it is a huge, huge deal. And as a store owner and a retailer, it's a really great venue for me to hobnob with the people in the industry, and of course tout my brand and meet people and see what all the new games are, and really stay abreast of what the industry is doing. The sad part about Gen Con this year is they halved the allowable attendance due to COVID. So it normally is easily 7,000, 70,000 people. It is a huge number of people in a convention hall. So they have that. And even then, that brings it to about 30,000 people. And that was still a lot of people. One of the things that I did when I went to the con was I took my unpublished, still in playtest stage tabletop skirmish game called Gauntlets of Glory. And I hosted it on a table, and there's a special hall venue in which you can showcase your game and get people to come by and play test it and give you some feedback, and you can knock off some of the edges and sort of refine the design, and then hopefully go on to produce it later with Kickstarter or any number of ways to get it done. So my game Gauntlets of Glory got play tested. A whole bunch of people came by and saw it, and they gave me a bunch of feedback, and I really appreciate all that. And it was a lot of fun. And at the end of the convention, again, the largest gaming convention in the States, a gaming publisher by the name of Gaming Trend gave me an award for the best item in Gen Con.
Wow.
Dude, that is so sick.
Yes.
That is so awesome.
Because you're going against like actual publishing houses, people that come up with and that's insane. You're going against all the
Here's
big
the
names.
award.
That is crazy.
Best of Gen Con 2021 by Gaming Trend.
Wow,
dude, that's so cool, man.
I'm pretty happy about it.
That's so cool, dude. That's such a big accomplishment. How do you feel about that? Like,
well, the pressure's now to produce this game,
right?
Because people are saying it's worth the effort, but we have a whole bunch of crazy designs for the game. We have our own miniature line being sculpted. It's got this very interesting proprietary issue where the hands from the miniatures are attached via magnets. So as your character is playing the game, and it's a battle royale kind of very Call of Duty-ish kind of situation, but your miniature runs around the battlefield picking up loot so that he can equip himself and become significant. You can change out what the hands are holding due to the magnets. And not many people have done that kind of thing before. And the fact that,
No, I was just saying
cool.
that's a dope idea. Continue. Sorry.
So here's a funny story. The name of the game is called Gauntlets of Glory, right? And I brought that name up when I was at the very first parts of game design, and I've got two other guys that are helping me build it out. We all agreed Gauntlets of Glory was a good enough name, and we moved forward with it. But halfway through the game design, we realized we could use miniatures in this game that are associated with the game. They're not like customers bringing their own miniatures to the table and using our system. They're miniatures assigned to the game. And so I started searching around online for people that make miniatures, and I came across this company called Hand of Glory. And it was like this light came down from the sky. Oh,
Of course.
yeah. And I reached out to him and I said, hey guys, you guys make miniatures. Can I see what you're doing? And they showed me these miniatures that had detachable hands with magnets. I thought, that is perfect for my game. That is so perfect. And I said, well, here's my board game. I would love to sort of collaborate with you. If I could show you the board game and sell you on it, if you could maybe bring your products and we can merge the whole thing. And it really worked out. They jumped on it like a hero on a hand grenade. They thought it was like a godsend. And they said that when they were making their miniatures, and they've done 2 Kickstarters worth of miniatures already, they said when they were making their miniatures, they were waiting for somebody to come to them with a game that would utilize their miniatures. And so here I am with Gauntlets of Glory calling Hand of Glory and saying, I got a game.
That's great.
So yeah, they're all on board. So super excited about that. It's sort of like a bucket list item to say I have my own miniature line, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that was complicating it was, I said, if we put your product into my game, how are you going to sell your product separate from my game? That's sort of a conflict there, right? And they said, oh, no. We're going to start from scratch with your game. We're going to build miniatures to your specifications and your art and your tone. I thought, oh, this is so cool. So it's definitely a bucket list kind of moment where you're going to have your own miniature line and you can make the likeness of people that you care about into the pewter. And then, of course, that really legitimizes the game system. And it's very cool with the idea that I own a game store, and in my game store, very possible on the shelf is going to be a game that I designed.
Well, and it's so awesome to think about, like, especially since when you started the store, you were doing your own miniatures and you were painting out miniatures, and so it's so funny. It's like this whole full circle thing, and now you like literally will be able to. That'll be a crazy day when you actually sell your first from your thing. You're like, oh, you want to purchase that game? Sure, sounds good.
Sure, yeah. Let me give you a discount, and I'll sign the box.
I want to talk more about this.
Yeah, we will.
But so for my highlight, so I am training actually one of my roommates for the same job that I'm doing, and he's an associate of mine, and this is his first week, and he's a really good friend of mine, and I got him the job, and he's just been looking from place to place and just not finding what he wants to do, and obviously, you know, it's a career, but you know, I would love to do something else. I didn't say that though. I love my job. My job is amazing, and it's very, very no-brainer. And we're also hiring.
You would like the podcast to make money, so you can spend more time creating great stuff with us instead of doing other stuff. Yeah.
That is an amazing way of putting it, Jason. I'm glad you said that. But that's the highlight of my week is one of my friends actually is working at the same job I am. And I actually found out that another friend of mine up north is actually in the same position as well with our company. So he's a part-timer, whereas I'm a full-timer. But it's just cool to see people I know that are working with me. So, but anyway. That is my highlight. Go ahead, Jason.
So I did you know.
Did you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
Dang it, Jason.
But it's fine. I have a good story anyway. So, you know, I have played Magic Arena because of Trey for a while now, and this weekend was the first weekend that I got to go to an actual. There was a gangster rappers at my house that had a midnight pre-release, and I was like, "Hey, this is the only time I can leave my house. I should do a midnight pre-release." And so I went, and it was 5 hours, and that's a lot of time that wasn't ready for. And I'm old now, and so being up until 5 in the morning was rough. But the cool part was I actually won a box of Magic cards, which, both y'all know is not a cheap thing, and it's pretty awesome. And so I opened up all the cards. I'm putting all the stuff in places, and I talked to Trey like yesterday before, and I said, "Hey Trey, I don't have all the cards everywhere, and they're just kind of in a box, and I need to move them." So last night I decided, hey, I'm gonna organize them, put them in my binder that Trey was talking about, and I priced them out a little just so I knew what I was getting into. And so then I started I got a pillow and I laid on the ground.
I'm not liking where this is going.
I started going, and my son comes in and he goes,
"No,
Daddy, I help." And I'm like,
oh my God.
What do I do here? Here's the problem.
You say I love you, but not this time.
Yeah, it was. Luckily, I had a bunch of foils in that weren't like.
Oh, lucky.
Well, I had foils that weren't a big deal, and so I started putting those in. Now, what I realized at this point is that now he just wants to do all of them, and I'm just like, what? Oh. So I'm trying to get the most expensive ones in there before he has a chance to grab them from my hand. But it was, he didn't actually destroy any, but I don't know if he actually destroyed anything. He probably did, but I refuse. My heart couldn't handle it. I just decided that, but all the good ones I got in before it became an issue. But
where is the binder now?
It's right behind me.
Okay.
So he did or did not?
He didn't destroy any.
Okay. You freaking, I swear, Jason.
Yeah. No, and I have I have like the second and third most expensive cards from Midnight Hunt. So that's
really
cool. Yeah. I don't have the most expensive, which is the Sirenware, which is like a Planeswalker that's $40.
Wow. Okay.
And but I have like a bunch of other people, and but yeah, a bunch of zombies.
What was your win-loss record for the tournament?
I was 1-3.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, my last one was there was a chance I was going to go 2-2, but that's why we were there till 5, because me and the dude he won, I won, and then he was like, "Oh, my one card that I've been waiting for the whole tournament just came," and there was it was like a werewolf that like is a 7/7, and every time he attacks, he drops two wolves with him. It's like, yeah,
wow,
I'm done. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. And as I said, my second box ever having Magic cards, and it was cool. It was fun
That's
stuff.
cool.
So
that's cool.
And I had to keep on reminding people. I'm like, this is my first time playing, but you should know that I'm highly ranked on Arena. I'm not like
oh my gosh,
I'm not a noob.
Go easy on me.
There was some dude that was like he had played Death Touch, and I was like, bro, this card has First Strike, and he's like, that doesn't matter, you're dead. And I'm like, you don't know what First Strike does. Hey, guys beside us, could you explain what's happening? And he's like, yeah, this happens. And he's like, okay.
Oh, dang it.
The worst part was that's the one guy I beat, which was the nicest guy there. He was the guy that like was befriending me when I got there. He was the nicest guy, and I felt so terrible beating him. But
I would not.
Speaking of beating somebody, do you have a quiz for us, Trey? That's not very loud.
Do I have a quiz?
Yes, I have a quiz. Tell you what, let me crank. Check mic 1 2. Does it sound better now? Or is it too loud?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So I got a quiz for you guys today, and it's going to be a pretty good themed quiz, and it is about everything nerdy. And so it is against Jason versus the Lord of the Watch. And so whoever gets the most points at the end wins. You guys will both get a chance to answer the question. So our first question goes to Mr. Lord of the Watch, Paraic. What is the craziest outfit you've seen at a Comic-Con, Gen Con, or just out in public? This is an open, obviously, question. Ooh. So the best one wins.
I would have to say the outfits by Mr. Savage
Okay.
are top notch, and I don't think he knows how to be mediocre. So I would say his stuff is amazing.
Okay. So
Did you give
Adam
him one
Savage.
example of one of
yeah,
them?
give me an example.
He made I think the character's called Big Brother from a video game.
Yeah.
And it's the deep sea diving.
Yes,
Outfit.
Bioshock.
Thank you. Yes, that's exactly right.
That's
and he
awesome.
made that outfit, and you couldn't tell it was him inside it. You only discovered that later when he put a video out.
Wow.
It was
That is
it was
sick.
stellar. It was
That is
stellar.
so cool.
Transforming Optimus Prime.
Oh,
You've seen this in person?
On YouTube.
Yeah, sadly the question was
Oh.
in public
Okay.
at a Gen Con, Comic Con, or the like.
All right, give me one more second here. It would be
I've seen crazy things online, but
Okay. I would say, what was it? It would be Jonesy from Fortnite. Last year at or 2019 South by Southwest, they had a video game festival, and that's where I saw that. So
awesome, super cool. Pork, you win. No
Yay.
contestant. No contesting there.
fair. Pork goes to actual awesome things. The
Hey,
closest
You're
one I've been to
invited.
is South by Southwest.
I
You're
said out in
invited.
public.
This is unfair. This is an unfair situation.
Sorry, man. Well, I'll help you out. Jason, this next question goes to you. What is Deadpool a parody of? Deathstroke, Spider-Man, Dr. Fate, or Moon Knight?
Dr. Fate.
Okay. Porrick, same question. Who is Deadpool a parody of? Deathstroke, Spider-Man, Dr. Fate, or Moon Knight?
I believe it's Deathstroke.
Correct. Congratulations. Jason, I gave you that answer, but I mean, you just didn't want to take it. It was right there in front of you, but I'm sorry, bro. So yeah, Deadpool is a parody of Deathstroke. They have very similar looks. They're both mercenaries, and their names are only off by their first names. They're both,
Oh,
their
yeah.
their
Slade
last
Wilson
names.
and Will Wilson, yeah.
Yes, Slade Wilson
Yeah,
and
my-
Wade Wilson. So sorry, Jason. I tried to give you that, but oh well.
Fine.
Okay, so next
You're
question
very
goes to
echoey,
Porrick.
Trey. Okay.
I like it when he says, "I'm right."
I know.
Oh, there's an echo.
Yes.
There's still an echo.
Not anymore.
No,
You
no,
fixed it.
you're clean now.
It was a sensitivity thing then.
okay.
Anyway,
You sound like you're sad now. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I'll do the echo for you. You.
wow, how dare you? Okay, anyway, so next question. Porrick, what is the highest rated board game that exists? Is it
Ooh.
A, Gloomhaven, B, Pandemic, C, Catan, or D, Monopoly? And Catan,
Ooh.
Settlers of Catan. So Gloomhaven, Pandemic, Catan, or Monopoly?
I'm going to go with A, Alex, Gloomhaven, for the win.
Okay.
Dang
Jason?
it. I want to pick something else, but I feel like it would be dumb to not go with the guy that
It
sells
would be
that
dumb.
stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to go Gloomhaven also, which I've never heard of.
Congratulations. I've never heard of the game either, but it is the highest rated game in existence right now.
gonna
I don't
mention-
even know what the game's about, but
What is it? What is it, Lord of the
yeah,
Watch?
Porrick,
It is a
Explain us.
huge box. It is one of the largest boxes assigned to a game. And it's basically a dungeon delve where you have a character and you go through a dungeon and you cooperate with your teammates to get through the dungeon, but you have very finite resources to do that. There's sort
Oh,
of
wow.
a time hack to it. So the sense of urgency goes up. But the thing that makes Gloomhaven so exciting is that it's a legacy game. The items and the experiences that you win in the first scenario carry over to the next scenario. And
Oh, wow.
I'm sure you've played games like that, but Gloomhaven is a full campaign. It is hundreds of scenarios. It's just something that you can lose yourself in. It's easily accessible. It's got tons of little tokens and chits and character cutouts that you get to play with. It's a really extreme version of a board game.
That's
Wow.
super, super, super cool. I would love to play that as long as someone else owned it because I would not want to keep up with all the parts.
Do you have Gloomhaven?
I don't own Gloomhaven, but I have a friend that does, and he's bought all the expansions. So he will come to the store and will unpack it, and it takes him a good hour just to set the game up.
And I assume it's not a cheap game.
No, I'm afraid it's not a cheap game.
Yeah.
It's
Yikes.
it's over $150, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But you get tons of hours from it, like hundreds of hours. The problem is it's so intense and difficult that you might get frustrated halfway through because you keep hitting the same obstacle over and over and you can't get past it. But it's a great game. It has really broken a lot of new ground in game design, and it was really well received. And Board Game Geek, that whole community loves it. So yeah, it's the #1 rated.
That's awesome.
That is super, super cool. Well, before we move on and finish up the quiz here, Kyle is popping in, and he's saying Deathstroke, Teen Titans Go. I believe he's saying Robin calls Slade Deadpool all the time, and he gets so mad. And
funny.
then Jaime's hopping in saying hello. They're both coming in from YouTube, which is awesome. So there are other people looking at other outlets for our show. So welcome to the podcast, web show, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jason.
YouTube.
Oh no, I was going to tell you we have a new segment right at the end of the show where it's a fan of the day, and so whoever puts the most comments in our comment thing will get to be fan of the day. So, and Trey will tell you how cool you are.
Yeah, that is news to me, and it's going to be awesome. So whoever gets to stay in and blow up the comment section, you get a shout out from yours truly. So the last question for the quiz is, and this will go to Jason first. What is my favorite race from D&D?
Ooh.
Open question.
Dragonborn.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
Pork?
Yeah.
I would say Tiefling.
I'm going to have to go with Tiefling. Okay, so Pork, you get that answer correct, and you actually win the quiz.
Slimes.
Congratulations. Congratulations. We'll give you a congratulatory applause here.
Trey. You see this one?
Yeah, I see that, and
Slimes.
that's a mob, not a freaking race.
Why isn't there? That'd be great. I'd be a slime every
ooze.
time.
Right. The time I got reincarnated as a slime is a phenomenal anime for those who have not watched it. So anyway, no, it's actually Fallen Asimir, but Tiefling's super close. Dragonborn would have been a really nice pick because I actually have played a Dragonborn monk before in one of our campaigns. It was a one shot and we didn't get to finish it. It was really sad. I still have the character though. But yes, so congratulations, Pork. You win our quiz section.
Yay.
Trey,
Podcast.
your mic is going in and out now.
I don't know.
All right. That's awesome. Now, real quick, I know the answer to me, and I don't know Trey. I know Trey's answer, so I don't know about yours. But have you watched the new Star Wars Visions, Lord of the Watch?
I have not.
You know what I'm talking? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, that sounds new to me.
It's a 9-episode short film animes in the Star Wars universe.
Okay.
So they came out on Wednesday on Disney Plus.
Interesting.
And I watched them all today because I have nothing better to do.
Well, I got something to share with you regarding anime.
Yes.
I started a new D&D campaign after about a 1.5-year hiatus because we started our new store and I'm building my own game, so I didn't have enough time to run my own campaign. But I met a man that had recently moved from LA into San Antonio.
Oh,
and
yes.
he introduced himself.
I know what this is, yes.
You do?
Yes.
He introduced himself to me, and I asked him sort of what he does for a living, and he said he's a voice actor with Marvel.
That's not fair.
And he's on par with the Critical Role crew, and actually he's friends with all of them. And he said that he would have been on that show if his scheduling would have lined up better. But so he started his own show, and it's called Me, Myself, and Die. And he sort of did it as a parody of playing a game by himself. but this guy is so good at
Yeah.
voices, and he's got numerous camera situations so that when he edits the program, he will face a different camera when he does a different voice, and you really get the illusion that he's different people. The
Wow.
only thing that's the same is his face. And
It's very impressive.
yeah, his name is Trevor Duvall, and his program is called Me, Myself, and I. And the cool thing that I'm really happy about is he called me up and he said, I'm looking to play a game, and I don't necessarily want to make a production out of it. I really just want to sit around the table with cool people playing D&D. And I said, aha, I know the guy that you should play with. And he runs a really good game, and he's got a really good group of people that are ready to play again. And that guy is me. So we did our very first session last night, and oh man, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be the height of cool people around the table.
Yeah.
And then there's me.
Yeah, no, I had saw you posting about his show.
Yeah.
And so about his new sponsor. And so I thought,
Yeah, who's that guy?
I want to go see what this is. And I was like, wow, this guy's show, he is not playing.
Yeah.
Like,
I would kill to be able to play D&D with a voice actor.
Yes.
Of that caliber. Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
he does Rocket Raccoon on the cartoon of Groot and
Guardians of
Guardians of
Galaxy.
the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yep.
yeah. So he does a lot of other ones, but I couldn't reference any of them at the moment. So
Yeah, there's tons of them. He just got a recent gig. I don't think I'm probably able to disclose it,
Yeah.
but it's another big
Amazing
role
one.
that he's doing well in. So that's
cool.
I'm super excited. But now as the DM, my voices are gonna pale in comparison. So
Right.
I'm just gonna give him the microphone
Yeah,
and say,
yeah.
"What does the kobold say?"
just send him the script, just slap
Yeah.
over some lines for him. That's awesome. So speaking of, I guess we can get into. Is that what we do at this point, Trey? I don't even remember anymore.
Yes.
Yes.
Why,
yes.
why is Pork on the show again?
Yeah, who is this
Porrick.
guy?
So I asked Porrick. Oh, I didn't really ask Porrick. I already knew the answer to the question. I asked Porrick, "What can we do for a better year?" And he has a new store that they opened called the Sanctuary. And so I thought, hey, you know what? Finding Sanctuary, which is something that he does very well, in that he gives people the place to belong with his store, and then with the new store, be able to build around people's wants and needs. Is an amazing thing. So I just wanted to. Why do you think people need to find Sanctuary or find a place they belong? Why do you think that would make for a better year?
The connection between people is so profoundly important. And one of the things that a lot of us discovered during the COVID and the isolation that was imposed upon us out of necessity or government mandates and whatever, is that when you don't have face-to-face interactions with people, life takes a different flavor, and it's not a very nice flavor. It's a little bit bitter. And we all learned that we took for granted those relationships that occur face-to-face. Simple things like, talking to the barista at Starbucks as you order your coffee. Now we didn't do that. We ordered the coffee through some other means, and we missed that small smile or the pat on the back that somebody gives you. Just small human connections become so profoundly important. And so when people are coming back out of the pandemic and we're able to mingle again, it's really important to have a place that you can use as a hub for those connections. It's also very interesting that when you have quirky interests or very niche interests, that sometimes it's difficult to find other people that share those interests. And so if somebody took the time to make a physical space that caters to those interests, you would find more people like you. And you would find people that accepted your passions and they understood the language that you speak, and, the passion and the geekiness that exudes from you is now being replicated and reflected back. And it's just a big supportive structure that is capable. And I did a show, I think it was actually a symposium for game store owners, and I really made the case that game store owners have that responsibility of generating a space that caters to people, not because you want to sell products to them, I don't think that's our calling at all. It's that you want to build connections between people that have difficulty making connections because their interests are so weird or the personalities are a little odd. Um, if you can make a space that really caters to that, you'll find this amazing community that comes out of the woodwork, and they're robust and they're excited and they're full of support and love and happiness. And so we did that with Night Watch Games, and it's been amazingly successful. We're on our 6th year now. We're breaking records. It seems almost kind of perverse to say that through COVID and the pandemic, our social circles of Night Watch Games has soared. It has grown. We're financially doing better than ever. And so with some of that financial padding that we now have, we realized that there was a part of the store that was being underutilized, and that was a back room where we sold medieval weapons and armor and clothing for the people that attended Renaissance fairs or the cosplay, or they're really excited about Halloween, or maybe the bedroom, whatever. We don't ask. Tons of people.
Consider that to her now. Thanks,
we don't ask. So people were shopping that room, but the room was somewhat small. It was somewhat dark. It was difficult to actually really try the clothes on and everything. But even then, it was a financially viable use of the space. So now with this influx of income, we decided to take that room and expand it into the suite next door, which is 1,000 square feet, and expand the inventory, make it much more shoppable, make it just as immersive as Night Watch Games is. And the end result is a boutique unlike San Antonio has ever seen. It is unlike maybe something Texas has not seen outside of a Renaissance fair or medieval times, that kind of restaurant thing. So we haven't even opened. We haven't done our grand opening, which is scheduled the 25th. Everyone is invited to come out. There's going to be a lot of cool people dressed up, a lot of photographers doing photo ops, and of course the store itself is something cool to visit. So even without being open officially, we have people coming through the store spending lots of money and walking away very happy with a sword or a weapon or armor or clothing or corset, all these cool things that they just thought they had to wait for when it came to Renaissance fair time. Well, now they can get it immediately. We have a dressing room that they can try it on. We got tons of mirrors and experts that can help you accessorize. It's a full boutique catering to the medieval enthusiast.
That's great.
We're going to smash it.
Summary.
We're going to crush it. There's no doubt that with our experience with Night Watch Games and how we're approaching the gaming community, that LARPers and cosplayers and Rennies also want that outlet. And the writing is on the wall. We're going to crush this.
Yes.
It's amazing. We're so excited.
I really want to get to the comments really quickly. Paraic, this is super cool. And I know we've obviously had you on the show before and talked about how your upbringing and how you started Night Watch Games. And so like I want to get to these comments really quick because people actually have a couple questions.
They're funny.
Okay.
So first off, Kyle is saying, yes, I watched on YouTube. There's a better connection on mobile, apparently, from YouTube to watch the show. And then he's saying, speaking about Dragon Ball Goku, Black versus Reverse Flash is the next death battle. We weren't talking about Dragon Ball, but that's okay. He was asking if we watched Nintendo Direct earlier. No, but I plan on doing it at least if there's something Smash related, or Pikmin related, or something that I actually care about instead of all the indie games that they throw up there, which are fine in their own right. And then, of course, Jaime is plugging his own show, but it's okay. He says, yes, I started watching this show called The Social and Distancing Show to meet new people. I've been meeting new people, and they're like crazy. And Jaime is saying, wow, 6 years. Outstanding, Lord. He says, congratulations. And then he apparently missed our joke about, your joke about the bedroom. And Jaime, just rewatch the clip. rewatch it afterwards. Basically, he was saying the cosplayers will go on and try the costumes and all the stuff that they have in store for whatever reason, whatever they see. And yes, and he's saying, I wish I could go if only it were a little north. He says, reach out to Red Raccoon in Bloomington, Illinois. Y'all could partner up. Apparently there's another game shop or something. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I have some silly questions, but one thing I have to say that you were mentioning that the reason I think that you build such a great family is because it's the person you are. Like, I remember during the snow apocalypse, like, you opened up the store just for people to go hang out. Like, it wasn't to even, you weren't open, you just had it so people had somewhere to go with electricity. And I remember seeing that, and I know you, so I was just like, that's so awesome. But that's those little touches, those little things going, no, we want to take care of our community and anybody else. Yeah. Those are the reasons why you've been successful, and that's an amazing thing. And it's fun to see it move to this new section.
Yeah.
And so, but it's interesting. But now my dumb question is, now are the people that work there, are they fully Renaissance faired out? Is that's happening? Like, do you have a uniform, or do they get to decide what they're wearing?
Is there turkey legs, my good sir?
Not yet, but soon.
Dang
which is another story. Man, you guys just pulled the stories out. The 2 employees that we have are free to wear whatever they want as long as it contains the color purple.
Nice. Okay.
Royalty.
Yeah, so the colors for Night Watch games are red and black with an accent of gold, and the colors for the Sanctuary are purple and black with an accent of silver.
Interesting.
So, yeah, they are allowed to wear whatever they want. We do want them to be sort of garbed up. We have Ty, and he's a big Rennie. He has gone to all the fairs. He used to work for Angel Sword as a salesman for their amazing blades, and he came over to work for us, and so now he wears kilts and a nice blousey purple shirt, and he usually has a baldric and a lot of belts, and he looks really, really suited up, and he's very knowledgeable about all the garb and weapons, so he's a great resource and a super nice guy. And then we have Kat, who is this diminutive, I think she might be 4'10". She's a tiny little waif of a lady, but she's got platinum purple hair, so that gets her really far. Yeah. And she has learned a lot about garb, and she's super bubbly and very friendly. And they're just 2 great people to have on staff, and they really look the part when you come into the store.
Jaime's saying, if I show up as a purple Jedi, I'd be good, right?
A knight is a knight. I am not going to draw lines in the sand between what is a good knight and a bad knight. So yeah, you're more than welcome. And we do have the Star Wars room over at Night Watch Games. If you're looking for a photo op,
nice.
You stand in front of that what is it? The Death Star hallway.
Yeah.
And you can look all Jedi you want. It's going to be a cool scene.
Nice. I was going to say that. I'm glad you just did it instead.
Do you guys, so as far as cosplaying is concerned, is it just Renaissance, or do you guys go into more everything?
Great question. That is a great question. It was normally going to be medieval and Renaissance garb and weapons and armor, and anything that you found in that genre. But we came across this line of clothing that is the only way to really describe it is Victorian Gothic vampire punk.
Nice.
And it's black lace, red velvets, crushed velvets. It is sensual, sexy, dangerous looking clothing.
Nice.
And
all
so to capture that,
outfits.
There we go. So to capture this sort of new exposure of these outfits to the San Antonio community, we're going to host a fashion show. And this fashion show is going to be awesome. It's not going to be just people walking the runway, but there's a story behind the fashion show. There's a story in the fashion show, and it involves this Gothic wear. And I have gotten into photography and talking to modeling and doing Photoshop and all this stuff. So I have a whole bevy of these beautiful people that are going to wear these clothes. and I call them the Sanctuary Fashion and Modeling Coven because they look dangerously sexy. Anyway, they're going to be at the grand opening if you guys want to swing by and look at them. But they're going to be at the fashion show
I'll
wearing.
bring Trey on the
these clothes.
phone so he can check it out.
Just remotely.
I wish. Oh, so wait. So do you guys open this weekend?
This Friday.
The 25th. Yeah.
Oh, this Saturday. Sorry.
Saturday. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Trey's flying over. He's in Kentucky. He got this.
What?
Yeah,
I keep
live in
thinking you're
Kentucky.
local, man. I keep thinking
No,
you're local.
sir.
I'm local.
I mean, maybe one day. I don't know what God has in store. I don't know.
I've been trying to set it up. I need to go meet some more people. Get Trey to move here. So
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first person
Preferably-
to move to San Antonio because of Night Watch games. Not the first person.
Wait, what?
well, he didn't even mention girls. He was just like Night Watch Games is the reason you move here. That's great.
No, I was gonna say preferably female inclined friends, Jason, but
Whatever it takes.
oh my god. So Jaime and Kyle are popping off. They're battling each other for the commentator of the night, I guess. So Jaime saying blouse versus kilt. And then Kyle is saying there's only one true way to wear a kilt. Oh, how does he wear a kilt, or does he even wear a kilt? I think you're talking about one of your associates.
Yeah. As his employer, I don't really check to see.
You're saying you don't, when he walks in, you don't
To
measure to
approve?
see.
No.
No,
if
he's
it's-
talking about
okay.
the undergarments.
Yeah, whether
the
he's
real way is to wear-
regimental or not.
Yeah.
No, I don't bother to ask.
Oh
The
my
real
god!
way is to know where no undergarments. Hopefully he does.
All you
as
have
an
to
employee.
ask is if he enjoys the breeze, and then what his response is. We'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, the dogs do sniff around him a lot, so
Oh my god!
that might be a clue.
Ooh, Kyle's saying we need to go in full cosplay in an episode,
Absolutely.
bro. Okay, dude. Okay,
You do it.
Side tangent. I have always had a dream to either have a full Stormtrooper setup or a Mandalorian setup, and I'm leaning more Mandalorian, but I mean something of that nature. But I'd probably be breaking the bank to get a nice one because I don't want some gimpy like one you can get from
Party City.
Party City, Spirit Halloween store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're good. It's just like I want everything. Like,
It's like full, like the closest
like
thing
clipping it on and like
Yeah. It's
everything.
thousands
Even
of dollars.
with a puppet Baby Yoda,
Well, here's the thing.
like
Once
an
I get-
animatronic.
Oh my God.
Grogu. It's
Yeah.
on your back.
Hey, spoilers for those who have not seen The Mandalorian. And
Oh,
honestly,
sorry.
I have no sympathy for you because The Mandalorian's been out for quite some time now. If you missed it, you missed it, and I'm not going to bring it back up. I say 3D printing is the next way to go to save money for making the costumes.
Right.
But that goes in a whole different. That could be a whole
But,
podcast
hey,
in and of
Trey,
itself.
we're talking about
Easily.
his store where you buy stuff, so just
I know.
don't give
But
them
hey,
the
hey.
alternative options.
Well, no. Actually,
Killing
no.
me.
I want to, so tangent. Going back into costumes, what all else do you guys sell?
Yeah. So we have the Victorian. We have what I call soft Renaissance clothing. So you have cloaks and bodices and blouses and trousers and that kind of stuff to wear to a Renaissance fair and be comfortable wearing it. But then we also have the harder stuff like plate mail, chain mail, rigid leather armor. We have a whole array of weapons and shields and helmets that you could fit and see how they fit with you and how they fit with the costume. They don't call them costumes, by the way. They call them garb.
Right.
And it's almost insulting to some people to call it the costume because they invest so much into it.
Yeah, Jason. I don't know why you would call it a costume, man. It's like, come on,
You know,
man.
Trey, I'm really regretting giving people the commenter of the week.
Yeah, they're blowing it up over here. That's for sure. He's saying, "Hey, Lord, what's your favorite costume? Why is Whataburger your favorite joint?"
I see. I don't lose answering this question, do I? My favorite costume is the one that I wear, and it's basically
But it's a garb, right?
Yeah, it's garb. It's a suit of chainmail with the leggings and a halberd and a coif And then I have the red and black tabard that goes over it. I have several belts that go around. I've got a very large, sort of a hand and a half sword that rides my hip. And I've got this big flowing cape. So when I walk around the fair, I get this cool cape that billows out behind me and this super bright chainmail that makes me look like I'm leveled up.
I did actually. This is a question. What can't you bring to a Renaissance fair?
Oh, good question.
Because I'm thinking more weapons and stuff, but I guess go free. Yeah, go free with the answer.
Different fairs have different parameters. The biggest fair in Texas is the Texas Renaissance Fair, and it has easily over 200,000 people over the course of 9 weekends.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah. Their policy is you can wear any weapon as long as the blade is encased in a sheath and that it is piece tied to the sheath so that you can't just arbitrarily pull out your sword. And if you have an axe, the bladed part of the axe has to be covered in some type of protective leather covering and secured so it just doesn't fall off. But I think you can't bring any firearms. That's a big no-go.
Right, because it's not Renaissance.
Yeah.
Crossbows?
I have seen people with crossbows, but I don't think you're allowed to bring the quarrels.
Yeah.
Right, that
or
would
the
make
bolts
sense.
with you, just so you don't have ammunition. I really have not seen like a full-on banned list of weapons other than firearms is the big one. Illicit drugs, obviously off the list.
Are you saying you can't bring the natural herb to a Renaissance fair?
I'm not saying that you can't find the natural herb in the Renaissance fair, but they don't want you trafficking it in.
So you're saying they could find spice in one's pocket?
I'm sure they would if they looked.
Oh my God.
The interesting thing about the fairs is even though you have these people, and some of them are heavily armed with like real steel blades, from daggers to swords to axes, there's very rarely any kind of altercation or a fight that breaks out, even though there's a lot of alcohol drinking.
Right.
People tend to have a certain demeanor and they're super chill about things. So physical fights never seems to be a big deal.
Kyle's saying, I know in New York the weapons can't go past 18th century, so that makes sense.
Okay, no lightsabers.
Jaime's flowing in with the comments. I don't know if we'll be able to get to them all, but he said,
Let's go with that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Lord, I have always loved capes. Tell me more, Master. What is the key to getting a legit cape? I'm a more fluffier guy, 6 foot tall, and walk into a room either ready to take names or make people feel good.
Yeah, awesome. Capes are something that we're actually trying to bring back into modern day fashion. Capes are just awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just pull up a hood and you got a cape, and your legitimacy as a cool person goes up by 10 automatically.
Wait a second. Are you wearing a cape right now? Is that a hoodie
No,
cape?
unfortunately, this is kind of like a hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
I was hoping it was a hoodie cape.
Yeah. I could say that there is a hooded cape within 5 feet of me, and I could easily don
There's
it.
lots of things within 5 feet of you
Yeah.
right now.
Are you at the shop right now?
I am.
Yeah.
I think you guys remember from the last show.
Yes, the airsoft guns. Everybody just needs to know.
I love.
airsoft.
So wait, is that
weapons.
the KSP?
That was the UMP.
UMP.
The Heckler,
Okay.
Yeah, HK UMP.
I love the rounds that it fires off in an airsoft setting.
Oh yeah. It's awesome. I miss it.
It's so cool. I love airsoft. I'm sorry. I just would
Trey,
love to play.
do you need to ask some airsoft questions at this point?
No.
Just for your information, we are definitely going to go longer this week. It's fine.
That's fine by me. I don't care.
Yeah. So don't stress.
Sorry.
No, you get all the time you want. Lord of the Watch. We love talking to you. It's like hanging out with our buddies.
I'm full of stories.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Make cool capes cool again.
Yeah,
But
they're
yeah,
cool.
no.
Yeah.
I mean the if you haven't looked, Trey, you should look at the Sanctuary Facebook page. Everybody should, because the room looks amazing. I saw you as you're putting in the walls. I was like, wow, those are cool.
Yeah, yeah. We
and
spent
it-
a lot of money on that. Each panel of faux wall is about 4 feet by 2 feet, and we did the whole interior of 1,000 square feet, and it's even more because the walls obviously go vertical. So it was tens of thousands of dollars just to put the faux rock up.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
I think the end result is super worth it. And again, I think the store is going to do well enough that we can repay all that debt, hopefully sooner than later.
Well, as I said, you've proven the point with the previous, with spending extra time on the feel of the venue, seemed to work well the first time. So
Yep.
it doesn't make sense why it wouldn't work the second time.
Yep. We will see at the grand opening, see who comes out of the woodwork to sort of partake.
Yeah, well, that's cool. One of the things that Jaime just asked is, are y'all going to be selling capes that he can come and check out?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We have a huge array of capes. We also have a dressing room that looks like some swanky 17th century French parlor that you can try the clothes on.
Nice.
And there's a bunch of mirrors and stuff. So you can see. We actually have 2 mirrors situated so that you have that infinity effect.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can definitely see the front and the back of your outfit and see how it works. We also have the service of taking your picture once you're dressed up and then superimposing you into a cool backdrop and making you look pretty heroic. I'm going to see if that takes off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've learned Photoshop in the last year to make art for the game that I'm publishing, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on artists and have to coordinate my vision with them. And while they're very competent people out there, I just didn't have the funds at the time. So I thought I would just learn Photoshop, take pictures of my customers wearing outfits, and then put some filters on them and put them in the game. I have totally fallen in love with Photoshop. Oh my God, that is so much fun.
The amount of new images that he comes out with every single week made me laugh. I'm like, this guy's just spending hours just in Photoshop, having a great time editing.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, it is a fun thing, and my circle of models has now grown into some very legitimate people that make a living posing and just looking awesome. So my pictures are getting better and better, and I have to do less filtering because they're naturally awesome looking, and yeah, really excited.
What was I going to tell you? I have a friend in Austin that he runs a photography company that does stuff for parties and stuff, and so he just got 2 things. He just got a 360 table. Where it shoots around you 360.
And
then he just got in his mirrors, which are the photo booth mirrors, where it has a camera behind the mirror, and then you can actually see what it looks like as it goes in the mirror. So what you were just saying is like you literally could see your picture and then press a button and it would show that background you were just talking about in the mirror.
Okay, so it's superimposed to the backdrop.
Yeah, so all it is a giant TV screen that has a mirror on
it's sort of like those exercise mirrors that are really popular now.
Exactly what it is, but it's for weddings. But it's just interesting. That was what you were just saying. Reminded me of that.
Interesting.
So I'm gonna run back to the comments, and then we could probably move on to our next segment. So Jaime is saying, "Oh Lord, you should get a lizard," and he's the local dragon. And I recommend getting a Leachianus gecko because it's the biggest gecko species in the world, and it looks like a gargoyle, and it's really, really, really cool.
I'm afraid my dogs would eat it.
Yeah.
You have to put it inside a cage. So
what kind of dragon lives in a cage?
Pseudo dragons.
Oh, I see.
And then Kyle and Jaime both are
at
asking
the same time.
Yeah. Do you have an online store to purchase from? And also Jaime saying the same thing. Can I order?
Oh, yes. Well, thanks for asking the question. That certainly indicates your interest in the products. We do. The website is thesanctuary Store SA. thesanctuarystorysa.com. And that'll take you to our website. And then there is a market tab. And if you click on that tab, it shows you all our online goods. And all that stuff can be ordered online. Of course, with clothing, you should really try it on to see if it fits and see if the color and all that stuff matches with what you want. But if you do order it online, we will pull it off the rack and put it into a bag and call you as soon as it's ready, and you're free to pick it up.
Dope Sick Nasty. We
There
just
you
put
go,
the link
everybody. Put the link out there
inside
for you.
Yeah. And then Kyle's saying, so Trey can be a jester costume driving the Millennium Falcon in Photoshop.
Yes.
You know, I prefer
think so.
not
I'm pretty
being
sure.
a jester, but I'll gladly drive the Millennium Falcon.
Yep, we could make that happen.
Anyway,
Well, Lord of the Watch, is there anything else you want to mention about the new store or anything we haven't talked about real quick?
I could talk for hours about it. I've discovered that owning or building a company from scratch is much like raising a child. You care about it, you're investing everything into it, it starts to grow, and at some point it sort of outgrows your own influence and it starts taking an identity of its own, and you got to sort of let that happen naturally. You can't make it go too fast. You can't push it into school faster than it's ready to go. So the company is much like that. So I could talk about it like a parent does a child. I think the two things I'm most excited for are the grand opening to see how that goes, and then the fashion show that we're going to do December 3rd. It's going to be a full fashion show. It incorporates night watch games, and the sanctuary and the models are going to perform a pretty dramatic show for you. There's going to be music, lights, a DJ, drama. It's going to be a cool thing. And of course, the clothing itself, it's going to be draped on a bunch of pretty people that make it look awesome. So I'm excited about that. I never thought I would utter the sentence, I'm going to host a fashion show. That just doesn't sound like it's my world, but here I am, super excited about it. Yeah. I don't know if I'm leveling up or cross-training or what. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's what I'm excited about. I really invite everyone to sort of keep an eye out for the announcements and swing by the store, see it. It's pretty going to blow your socks off just seeing the place. It's got its own feel. It smells like incense. It's got this nice Gregorian chant music playing. The clothing is fun to look at, and it's got its own vibe to it. And then once you get bored of that, just go over to Night Watch Games and play some games, and you're going to be in a different world the whole time.
dude, I can't wait to visit and actually meet you in person first off, and then see your shop. Like, that's going to be so cool.
I'll tell you right now, me and Trey have been friends for 2 years, or longer than that, but we've been doing the show. We've been real friends for 2 years. But I promise you, when I pick that guy up from the airport, the first place he's going to want to go is to Night Watch Games.
I just want to see my best friend.
Hell, I'll give you a place to sleep.
Well, luckily, you live right down the street from me. So
That's true. That's right. We are just down the street from each other.
I don't know if Jason caught that. I just want to see my best friend. One of my best friends.
Yeah. Oh, so sweet.
Well, Trey, I feel like I know you, even though I sort of don't. So I mean, we would get along greatly.
Oh yeah, heck yeah! I'm down for whatever, man.
I'll beat you at Magic too.
Ooh, now we have a challenge. Oh man,
Trey's always talking about how we're gonna play each other in real life. It's still not fair because I only have 2 sets of stuff to make cards. I ain't gonna win against your Paraic deck. What are those things are called?
Yep. Eldrazi.
Your Eldrazi deck. I'm not gonna have a chance against that.
Eldrazi. The deck is Tron. And it's gonna mop the floor.
Do you think you can destroy a Tron deck?
Oh yeah, force of will all day long, every day.
Oh yeah. So do you?
We'll sneak
do you play
into
modern?
your D&D game. We'll show up on that day.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten into modern. I actually sold my complete set, and as you guys know from the initial I was heavily into Magic. Played that tournament over in Ireland and got lucky to win it.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well-
So I had literally 90 decks that were all sort of top tier decks. And when we opened the store, I liquidated that whole thing, and that
Oh.
became our inventory. So when people came to the counter and they had a card in one of my decks and they would buy
Oh.
it, I would tell them the story behind the card and all the cool things
I
that I did
remember
with
you
it.
telling me about that.
And like, we don't care. Just sell me the damn card.
I know, dude. I don't even know the whole life story.
Hey, old man, I don't care. Just give me the card. I'm just kidding.
Well, and it's not like that's that big of a deal because you'd be like, oh, give me a second. You have all your inventory to build a deck, so
Yeah.
you can build a pretty sick deck just from. You don't need a collection at your house.
Yeah, it's pretty much at the store.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I don't know what I have.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's in the inventory. I'd have to really go scout around and dig through the boxes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh well, man. As so we can talk to you forever. Maybe we'll try to do something before the December fashion show and talk about how the store's gone and
Yeah,
everything.
I'd love
'cause
to
we
come back.
Oh, as I said, you're one of our favorites. Like not even joking about it. Like
Awesome.
I'm excited. But yeah, it was really nice to have you. Trey, what do we do next?
Apparently, you get me stoned. Jaime saying I'd get Trey stoned and go get him a tattoo.
Jaime, I've never done a drug in my life. And I'm not going to.
He's never drunk. He's never drank a drug in his life.
And I've never drugged
Jaime.
anybody either. So,
Woo!
wow.
We are not getting that. We're not allowing that to happen. Anyway, yes. So, what were you saying, Jason?
What do we do next?
Well, if we have time, we can do question of the day, but
We're
we can
good.
skip that.
Well,
okay.
we're gonna do a wrap, but we can definitely do question of the day. We have time to do a question of the day, Paraic. Are you good? Are you?
I'm absolutely. I got all
You're good
night.
anytime.
I'm here until easily into the morning. So
Oh wow.
call me
Oh,
your
wow.
servant.
Oh man. Well, in that case,
Welcome to the second hour of the show, guys.
It's time for question of the day.
all right, we got a whole bunch coming through. As per usual, Mr. Green God at iGreenGod on Twitter. And he said, what is the craziest dream you have ever had? And so obviously we can go on and on about our dreams, but let's pick one that really sticks out and go from there.
Sure.
Keep it short.
You want me to start?
Yes, if you can, it'd be great.
Well, I dream in full-length movies, and so that's my life. We'll go with one of them where we were we're inside a living area on the moon, and there's been a zombie apocalypse, and I am called to save them because I know the eject pods to get back to Earth. And proceed, but then I run into a child who I have to protect, who just happened to be a cyborg, and then me and the cyborg child have to go through a Renaissance style moon base and get our way back to the ejector pods to leave. And
I
that's
thought you said you didn't do drugs.
no, that's the reason I don't do drugs. This is normal.
Yeah.
Jason
Yeah.
has some explaining to do, apparently.
Well, that sounds like an awesome dream.
Yeah, no. Every once in a while, I'll have a dream, and I'm like, "That's an awesome dream." And then, like a few years later, my dream will actually become a real life movie, and I'll be like, "Wait, what's going on?" Like, I actually have the dream of the core way before the core ever happened. Like, it was an actual dream movie that I had.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's
Write
like
that stuff down. Make some money.
It's not like the core did very well. I'm just saying in general. Like that was an example of a movie that I had in my dreams. So
yeah, Pork, you can go next, or I can go next. Doesn't matter.
All right. Mine's a downer. So
Okay.
strap
Oh,
in
okay.
for this one. When I was, I was about 24. My older brother was a pilot, and he died in a plane crash. He was coming into land, and the tower routed him in a little too close to a 747. He hit the turbulence, and his Cessna plane flipped upside down, and he literally crashed and burned, as the saying goes. So I had, you go through your mourning process, and you try to come to grips with when somebody's there, and all of a sudden they're gone.
Right.
And about a couple of days later, there was a lot of questions about what happened to Mark afterward. What is the afterlife, and what is the sense of the identity of our brother and our son, and this very complex persona. Where is that? What happened to it? What's the state of it? All these kind of really metaphysical questions. And we always wondered, sort of in a binary way, is he in a good place or is he in a bad place, right? You sort of want to know that answer. And there's no answer to it that's going to satisfy you. There's no proof of any of that. So I had this dream where I'm in a plane. It was like a big 747, and I'm in the middle aisle of the 747, and there were 6 chairs that we're sitting in, and I've got my sisters to the left and right of me. Mom and dad are next to them. And then at the end of the aisle was Mark, which is my brother. And in the dream, the front half of the plane shears away. It just rips away, and we're tumbling through the atmosphere, and the edge of the plane is literally at our feet. And so I can see the world spinning, and the clouds are racing past us, and the wind is buffeting, and things are flying around, and everyone's screaming, and it's absolutely pure panic, chaos, horror. And I remember thinking, I'm going to die. There is no way I'm going to come out of this scenario and I'm going to be okay. And so I look over to my sisters, and they're having a very logical reaction. They're screaming and clawing at the air, and they're just freaking out like anybody would.
Yeah.
And then I look over at my parents, and my mom is hugging my dad, and they've got their eyes closed, and they're sort of, in this embrace, and they know it's going to be their final moments. And so they just lean into each other. And then I look at my brother, and he leans over, and he sort of looks down the aisle at me, and he gives me this smile and this thumbs up. And then we hit the ground, and I wake up. And it was this feeling that awesome. Reassured me and everybody I told the story to that Mark is okay. If he's okay with dying in the plane crash, then we should be okay with that as well. And it just pushed me, further down the road to dealing with it and recovering from the whole issue in a really healthy kind of way. And I fondly recall that dream. It's not a dream that I've ever forgotten. And the look on his face is one of pure contentment and happiness. And that's my favorite dream. That's awesome. And yet I get choked up talking about it.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing, though.
I appreciate that, dude. That's very vulnerable and reassuring, honestly, to have kind of those dreams. And anybody can interpret it any way they want. But I mean, I really hope that brings you comfort at the end of the day, just to know that, he was a big part of your life. And that's so awesome, man. Yeah. That's so awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. Mine won't be nearly as awesome, but I have many crazy dreams. I would say, I will actually go with a daydream, because it says dreams, it didn't specify, but one that actually led me to a podcast comic, I want to call it, that I will hopefully be producing in the very near future. And it's basically about these powered kids who, from their DNA, have spawned superhuman abilities. And there are only so many of them. And 2 of them have a triple helix in their DNA. And it gives them this momentous power. But I just basically, where I have them started off is an asteroid field is heading towards Earth, and it's going to just wipe humanity off the face of existence. and they're tasked. Obviously, this is way out later on, but this is kind of like we're seeing this and then we're working our way back, if that makes sense. And so they are protecting Earth from these massive waves of asteroids. And basically, there's a lot of things that happen. What ends up happening is one of the main characters goes up and he's going to sacrifice himself to that. Basically, all these asteroid fields are done. And they're like, we're exhausted. We can't do anything else. Like, praise God, or we're glad that it's done. That all this is, and then a planet-sized rock spawns out of a portal and it's heading towards Earth. And they're like, this is it. Like,
Oh boy.
humanity's lost. It's gone. One of them goes to sacrifice himself. And as he's going to at least redirect the rock, crack it in half, do something to move it out of the way of Earth's trajectory, his significant other pulls him back with her powers, sends him flying back to Earth, and she does what he was going to do.
Oh.
And this is where it leads. And I won't say what happens, and I won't continue any further, but it's called Anomaly, and it's in the works.
Yeah.
And this is my baby, my dream that I want to have happen, and I hope that we can get it into gear and get going, but I really want it to happen. I have basically the first couple of seasons, what I want to happen done, but
It's awesome.
Wow.
it's going to be a fun project. So,
Awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
that's that.
Very
But yeah,
cool. All right. Well, this is the time of the day where we actually turn everything we talked about into a rap. But we started our new season. As you see, we're in season 4, episode 1. We're going to start having written songs that I have created for the people. But today is a special day in that my awesome friend Paraic has decided to write his own rap, and I'm going to be his hype man. And he's just gonna do a full rap. Remember, guys, Paraic is not a professional rapper.
Nope.
He runs a game store, but it is. He wanted to do this, and I am all about it. And so I'm very excited about us doing this. Trey put together a little beat for us, and
editing done by Jason.
and I did the editing. I put in myself as a chorus because there was no way I was going to hit that on time. And that's how it's going to go. We're going to have a fun time. And if we have a little time left, I'll do a little add-ons, but if I don't, I don't. It's cool. You've seen over 100 episodes of me rapping. You can go with an episode without me rapping at the end. So
All right. Yeah, I think I'm
not a
gonna
big deal.
just flow into this as
yeah,
the beats.
And again, if there's any point where you're feeling like you're done, just kind of give me some kind of hand signal. Do like this.
I'll give you a salute.
Give me a salute. If I see the salute, I'll just take over. And if you
Word.
want to come back on, then just give me a thumbs up and I'll stop and you can go. So
Okay.
I'm here to make you look seamless. So that's what I do.
Oh, it's gonna be full of seams.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be full of
seem
seams.
awesome. Hello.
And then Trey's going to add ons as he goes. But in general, we'll see how it goes. I'm not even sure how it's going to sound.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll figure out how that goes. So
So going forward, Jason, if you need it higher or lower or anything, just give me visual cues because
Yep.
I'm going to try to listen to the stream, but it's going to be a couple seconds off, so it won't matter.
So we're gonna. Do you want to do a quick, like a play, and then just me talking real quick, just so you can hear the levels, or?
I think we should just go right into it.
All right. Sounds good.
So really quick before we start, I'm assuming your name is going to be Lord of the Watch, Porrick, as your stage name for today.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, I'll work. Lord
Oh,
of the
no.
Watch is good.
You don't need to put it in. He's going to
Yeah, no,
do an intro
you're
for
good.
you.
Yeah, it's just the intro. You don't have to worry about it. It's just you're going
You'll
to be
see in a second.
You'll
Oh,
see
I
in a
see.
second.
Okay. I'm nervous.
Before we start, Kyle says my dream was I was the Godzilla suit actor, and then Kyle's also saying I'm hooked now, Trey. So I hope you are. So anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna get it started here.
Yo, we got DJ SNDFX, Lord of the Watch, and Scout the Psalmist on the mic. Let's get it.
It.
Found a sanctuary, a place to
Place to go.
Might be weary, a night's got your back.
yo.
Found a sanctuary,
A place to go.
You might be weary, but the night's got your back.
Back, yo.
'Tis true, I am a lord. I'll sell you a board, which is a game. Unlike all the lame types you find in the mall. One store to rule them all. 7,000 strong, you can't go wrong. Singing this song, don't wait long for the day when you can say, I'm a night
Watcher.
Join the tribe, dig our vibe, ride the dice, don't think twice. The store's the best above the rest. Winning awards, attacking hordes, swinging swords, all of our own accord. Night Watch Games is the one, it creates all the fun. Tunes out the world, flags unfurled, ladies playing. I'm just saying, Night Watch Games is the best, but we don't rest. When the fair is in town, you look around and see knights, knaves, wenches, wooden tables and benches. When the fair comes to the land, you see no garb on hand. Don't mope or pout, we'll help you out. New on the block, made of rock, home of vampire and even the fairy. It's called the new sanctuary. We sell medieval threads, armor and helmets for your head, leather, plate, and chainmail, tapestries, furs, and the Holy Grail. Drinking out of a horn, looking high-born, wear a crown, conquer the town, looking extra and a little berry. Come check out the sanctuary. We have swords, bows, and axes, candles with sweet-smelling waxes, gowns, corsets, capes, large, small, all other shapes. We've got your gear, have no fear, we'll dress you up and spin you around. Brag to your pals of the cool store you found. Strike a dashing pose, turn up your nose. Picture taken, looking heroic with no faking. We'll make you look awesome, like a rose in full blossom. Rest assured, you're not a weirdo. You're more like the hero. This is so much I could tell, you'll be captured by my spell, but you get the gist. We're the top of the list. And if you're still wary, come check out Night Watch Games and the Sanctuary.
Find a sanctuary, a cool place to go. This Night Watch got your back, yo. I said, find a sanctuary, a place to go. It might get weary, but the night's got your back, yo. Find a sanctuary, a place to go. Might be weary, but this night's got your back, yo. I don't even know, but I say that it's same. Paric's killing it when he's trying to rap in this game. Not insane, but he break it cause he flipping the lane. Anyways, guess I'm done when I'm rapping this way. Having a fun time, rhyme, fine to find the rhyme. And now we dressed up and we looking so fine. Go to the opening this Saturday, yo, in San Antonio on the 25th, go. You might see me there, cause I'm chilling right there. Won't be in a cape, but I'm feeling underwear under there. But I will have underwear on if I never break until the dawn. Looking forward, y'all. Oh!
Yeah.
You guys killed it. You guys killed it.
Great.
Paraic, Scout,
Paraic.
you guys are awesome.
Paraic, you did
funny.
a great job. We rehearsed that a lot, and it was better than all your rehearsals. You did
really?
awesome. Yeah. You did. You were feeling it like you were cracking me up, like you had a whole different voice.
Yeah.
You did great, man.
Thank you.
I assume that's your first ever live rap, so I have to give you.
I've never done that before.
Here's the thing, bro. You are one of the most clear we've had on our show to date.
Oh.
Like we could hear what you were saying. It was phenomenal. Kyle's saying, Lord of the Watch, the rapping renaissance man.
Yeah, LP release soon.
I can produce
so
that for
awesome.
you. That's fine. Now we have a thing, and because you're the guest, you get to make the decision because there's no way I'm counting all those. So we have two people that are in the top two for commenter of the day. So it's up to you. Is it your mama, which is Jaime, or is it Kyle Peppers? Which one do you think did
It's Yoru-sama.
Oh, Yosama. Oh, sorry. I thought it was your mama. I always thought it said your mama.
Oh my gosh.
And so,
Yorasama.
who do you think had the best comment that you can remember? You get to decide who the winner of the commenter of the week is. And then Trey will tell. The funniest part about this is if Trey doesn't know who they are, he still has to just say something awesome about the person. So,
I see.
So Trey will then thank them with a very genuine and heartfelt thank you.
Oh man, this is tough. There's
I
some
know.
interesting interaction here.
That Godzilla suit one kind of might have
Yeah,
won it over
that's what
for me.
I'm focusing
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
You know, that's ambition right there to be the Godzilla suit dude.
Yeah. You have to go back in
Um,
time. Like, that's a crazy dream. It's like, I have to go back to the 60s and make
Got to
this
make the
happen.
Godzilla screaming sound.
I love Godzilla so much.
But then there was
Huge
Jaime.
Godzilla
He
fan.
was trying to. He was really talking about all the different outfits. He was actually on the website looking at all your things. He was talking about a corset that maybe he'd wear. So there's. I mean, there's some good comments. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Who's the winner?
Sorry, bros. I guess I'm gonna go with Kyle.
Ooh, congratulations, Kyle.
All right, Trey. Now,
Wow.
with the with the full heart, Trey, please thank Kyle for us as a team.
Kyle, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And that's my heartfelt thank you.
Thank.
No, Kyle, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. We really appreciate any and all viewers that we can get, and especially the people who are actually engaged with us and are trying to, ask questions and get the our guests to kind of play into these comments. So we really appreciate it, man. I hope I can really put forth what I'm saying and actually produce a web or I don't know what you want to call it, a podcast comic for you. But I really appreciate you coming on and enjoying yourself, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Now there is again. I just want to thank all the wonderful people that watch our show, subscribe and like it. Please keep telling people about the show. So excited that we still get to do this, and the new season is going to be fun. If there's somebody that you want me to write a rap about, tell me about them. I'll try to ask them to be on the show. Or if you know some people, we got some cool guests coming up in the next few weeks. We have a film group. Hopefully, have a really amazing artist, and we have. Genesis, who we've had on before, but she's coming back. And so we have some really fun guests. But again, if you have any ideas, please hit us up. We want that. If you want to talk to us, go to our website, flows4u.com, and the number 4, the letter U, and we have a contact us on there. Send us an email that way, or you can send us an email at I was about to tell you my email. You can send us an email at flows4u. At Gmail, flows4upod@gmail.com, and tell us your question of the day. Again, just a few weeks ago, we had our first actual question of the day. So if you want to be on our question of the day, go to their comments, put it on there, and that would be really great. But again, thank you everybody for checking out the show. Trey, is there something I'm forgetting?
You got it.
All right. Now, Lord of the Watch, this is the time where you get to tell Trey 3 words. Trey's going to then make up a crazy song just for you. And that's the end of the show. Oh, is there anything else you'd like to plug? One last chance.
Just a reminder, let's see, the 25th of September is our grand opening. The 3rd of December is the fashion show. And nightwatchgames.com is the first email address or the first website, and then the Sanctuary Store SA.com is the website for the Sanctuary. Hope to see you guys out there. Feel free to come by the store and come meet and greet me.
Dope, sick, nasty, man. All right, 3 words.
3 words.
Anything. It'll be totally random. It's fine.
All right, so we're going to go with corset,
Okay.
vampire,
Okay.
Nice. We're going themed.
and let's go with sword.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, definitely
And
themed.
help me understand. I'm pretty sure I have an idea what a corset is. What is a corset?
A corset is that garment that women would wear around their torso, and it would
That's
cinch
right.
in super tight and accentuate their waist. It's rather painful.
Basically, Pirates of the Caribbean 1, Elizabeth Swann didn't want
That's
to wear
it. That's exactly right.
Perfect.
That's the corset.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Awesome.
Or if you want to talk about games, there is such a thing as a core set.
Ooh.
Nice.
Magic the Gathering. I'm putting that in too. I don't care.
Okay.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, let's get it. You guys hear it?
No, no beat, just weird voice. Oh. There it is.
Let's get it. Yeah. Paraic, you've been an amazing guest. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight. Kyle, Jaime, thank you so much for blowing up the comments. You guys are also awesome. I can't wait to visit Night Watch Gaming. It's going to be a blast. But without further ado, let's get it! Yeah! Night Watch Gaming, where you go to Night Watch. Play a board game, don't be a Sasquatch. Yeah, let's get it, man. Yeah, let's get it. Put a corset on, not to be confused with the corset in MTG2. Okay, let's get it. Let's go put some cosplay on, or as they call it, garbs. I hope you don't know it by cosplaying or costumes. It's actually really offensive. Just trying to tell you, dude. Yeah. Let's go in there, put some things on, be a vampire, yeah, October's around the corner, put your corset on, hey, why not, put a sword on your belt, yeah, man, let's get it, man, Paraic, you've been one heck of a time, man, Kyle, Jason, Jaime, too. Let's keep on getting it. Flows4u, this is what we do.
Thank you so much, guys, for being here. We appreciate you, and we want you to know that without you, we wouldn't have this show. And we hope you're having a great night. We'll see you next Thursday. Again, just thank you again. Y'all are amazing. Somebody needs to press the button because I totally didn't do it. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing. And now I'm pressing the.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, Flows4u.